few choices, a few number of choices determine a lot about your daily life. This is Jason Kanigan, president of Sales on Fire, with a lot of background noise, but I'm going to make this video anyway. Today we're going to talk about limiting beliefs, because I've had this idea floating around for a while. It's a little theoretical, so I'm going to use some specific examples, and I'd like you to kind of take those and check them out in your own life, okay? And really ask yourself, am I thinking this way? Because a lot of these things are unconscious, and they're just they're built in there when we're kids, and we just take them for granted. We don't even know that they're there. And so if I can sort of wake you up to you having one or two of these, and it could help you really get some power back in your life. And so what I want to talk to you today about is the power of ideas. And the example that I want to use is sports teams, your local sports teams. Now, a lot of people get excited about sports teams, and I'm from Vancouver. I grew up in a hockey market, NHL market. I was a diehard Canucks fan growing up. Why? Because I was told to be? Because that's what the environment pushed at me? Right? That's what we did as a family, was watch hockey games when my parents drank their homemade wine and had a good time? Really? Is that... Why would I be a Canucks fan? And so this is something I'd like you to apply to your own life and go, well, wait a minute, do I really love a sports team, right? And you see this in phrases like, well, we won or we lost. And my response to that is, really? What did you have to do with it? Did you buy a ticket? Okay. Did you watch it on TV? Really? Did you participate? Did you get in there and score a goal yourself? Did you help them get a run, or what? You know, it makes no sense, this idea of we won or we lost. Okay? Roll it around in your head a bit. Now, I know that there are people who I'm friends with on Facebook who are diehard fans. There's one guy I'm thinking of, William, you know who you are, diehard football fan, soccer for our American friends. And the guy loves his team. And you know what, William, in my book, you're okay, because you have made a conscious choice and you really have gotten involved in that team and the players and that, okay? That I can kind of understand. That makes sense to me. But just blindly going, well, let's say in your case, you know, I'm a Rangers fan just cause, doesn't make any sense to me. Just because of geography? So I'm a Pacific Northwest native, and that means that I should love the Canucks or the Seattle Seahawks because I'm from that general area. That makes no sense, okay? So check this sense of identity that you have, inspect it, roll it around and go, well, why do I feel that way? And I'm not telling you it's right or wrong. I'm saying be conscious of it, make a choice. Don't let it just be a automatic, yeah, if then, okay, if I'm born here, therefore I love this team. Like, these teams are just an idea. They're just an idea. The Chicago Blackhawks, the Atlanta Braves, the Detroit Lions. What are these things? They have no real meaning. They're just an idea. The players come and go. They make a salary. They get paid to play. They don't represent you. Not really. Okay? But a lot of you just unconsciously believe that they do. Why? Why? Ask yourself why. Now, again, some of you are going to get angry at this video, and that's okay. That's good. That means what I'm saying is having an effect. And again, I don't want you to stop loving your favorite sports team. I want you to be conscious of the reasons why you've chosen to love your favorite sports team, if that's what you choose to do, instead of just blindly supporting them because they're there. The Hamilton Tiger Cats are in my area, so I love them. Huh? That makes no sense. Did an NHL player come and help you move when it was time to move? Did your local team show up and pick up your stuff and help you transport it from one side of the city to the other? Okay, if they did, then you got a good reason, in my opinion, to love that team and support that team. Okay, but just blindly supporting it because you were programmed to as a kid. And that's the geography of how you grew up. And that's one of the effects of living where you are, if you just blindly absorb things. Okay? Look at the example that I'm giving you here, and I'm sure it may have made you mad. It made some of you mad, I know that. Good. Again, it shows you're having a reaction to it. I'm messing with data here that you think is very stable. That's why you're getting upset. You have taken this as fact for many, many, many years, decades. And suddenly, Jason comes in there with a crowbar and goes, let's jimmy with this a little bit. And of course you're going to get mad. Wait a minute, leave my stable information alone. That's supposed to stay stable. I'm supposed to be a fan of this team. I'm asking you to answer the question for yourself, why? As an example of many, many hidden limiting beliefs that you have. You have them. I have them. Okay? And their power comes from being hidden. You haul these things out into the sunlight, walk around them, take a look, shine a light on them, and figure out what they are and why, and they lose their power. And then you get to make a conscious choice. Why do I love this team? Or do I like it, or do I not? I'm not a Canucks fan anymore. I haven't lived there in 7 years, and I don't care. I no longer care. I actually no longer care about any sports. If they're on, I haven't been able to watch a hockey game in years. I just flip by them, and I used to love that stuff. Love it. I used to know all the players' names and the stats and all that. Now I just don't care. I got other things that are of higher priority to my life. And there's no sense of identity that I share with any of those sports teams. I don't wear a ball cap with a logo on them. In fact, I try not to wear any clothing with logos on it if at all possible. I don't like advertising other people's stuff for again, no reason. No reason. If I choose to wear a hat that's got a logo on it, that's by choice. I'm okay with that. I'm not doing it for no reason or unconsciously. That's a nice hat. Let's put it on. It's got a Puma logo on it. I got one of those. I'm well aware when I'm wearing it, I'm advertising Puma. Okay. It just comes along with the ride for that particular hat because I like the style of that hat. And it's not too in your face. But the point is, I've made a conscious choice about it. And I want you to start thinking about things in your life, where you live, how you live. A few choices, a few number of choices determine a lot about your daily life. Where do you choose to live? Geographically, in your city, in anywhere in the world, where do you live? Okay? Do you live on the east side or the west side, north side, south side, near the water, away from the water, up on the mountain, in a residential neighborhood with a lot of stores and services around it, or in a place that is way up the hill where there's nothing, like where I used to live in Lynn Valley, North Vancouver? There's nothing up the mountain there. There's no stores. There's one little corner store you can walk to about a mile away, okay, and a block from my first house. But other than that, you got to go down into the valley. It's a half an hour walk. 6-7 minute drive if you want to get somewhere. Okay, so where you live, it creates like who's around you, the people who are around you. It creates the restaurants that are around you. What do you choose to eat? Where do you choose to shop, right? Last year I moved from the middle of town to one of the outskirts. Where I shop has totally changed. Okay? The grocery stores I go in have totally changed. The people that I see pretty much daily, because I go in there and I like to pick out my food that I'm going to eat that day. I don't like to plan ahead, and we're having burgers next Thursday. That's not me. Again, conscious choice. All right? But those workers that I see every day working there, that's because I've chosen where to be here, right? And again, if I stay in Wilmington, North Carolina, I'm probably not going to be around a lot of startups, right? There's an effect of staying here, right? If I move to Tampa or San Diego, there's a lot of startup money in those places. Okay? Could totally change how I work and where I work. Instead of working mostly by Skype and email and phone, maybe I'm actually going into people's offices and working there, right? So a small number of choices. This is Pareto's Law, the 80-20 rule, right? Beaten into my head when I was 19 years old in the operations management program. Heard about it a long time before you guys ever did. 80-20 rule, 20% of the choices you make, on average, approximately, produce 80% of the effects that you experience. Apply it to your life. So again, if we could get the 20% key limiting beliefs pulled out into the sunlight, turn them around and look at them and go, wait a minute, is this what I really want? Is this what I really choose? Is this what I really want to be? You would get an 80% alteration, improvement in your life, wouldn't you? The point is to be conscious here. So I hope this video has been alarming to you. I hope it may have upset you. Okay? I hope that it stimulated some thought process up here. Really consider this stuff. And again, I am not beating on sports fans. When a game is on, I'm going to watch a bit of it. Okay? But I'm not going to get so emotionally involved because this is my team. They're not my team. There's some guys who are operating under an umbrella idea of that sports team brand and getting paid lots of money to do what they're doing for entertainment. At least they're not killing each other. At least we're not living in the Roman gladiatorial times, okay? Things have improved somewhat. Instead of getting killed for fame, they're getting paid for it. Okay, non-lethal is good. This is Jason Kanigan from Sales on Fire, reminding you to check out those limiting beliefs. Try and narrow them down to the few key ones, and you will see a big change in your outlook, reticular activation system, what opportunities are available to you based on uncovering those few limiting beliefs that are producing a lot of effect around you. Thanks for watching.